Thousands of Nazareth Baptist Church members are celebrating the annual Holy Pilgrimage in Khenana Holy Mountain, north of Durban. This year marks the 113th pilgrimage that started with a walk of over 70 kilometers from Inanda to Ndwedwe. SABC News reporter Mlondi Radebe has more.
The Nazareth Baptist Church is meeting for the month of January. You'll remember that the month of January is very important to the Nazareth Baptist Church, especially during this time when we are going through to the elections. This year we'll speak to Babalana Ulinda Ndwedwe. Bamngwane, thank you very much for your time. Briefly about the purpose of this gathering.
Well, the purpose of this gathering, firstly we commemorate the first visit by the founder of the church when he was getting a mandate from the Almighty to establish and form this congregation, the Nazareth Baptist Church. Further to that, this is what we call Pasika, commonly known in Christianity as the Easter. So we celebrate it in January in terms of our faith as the Nazareth Baptist Church of Khenana.
We also understand that this month you started by walking almost over 70 kilometers to the Holy Mountain. What does that mean to the Shembe followers?
Well, that is a dedication that we put before God every time when we commence the new year. And when we walk, it's part of our prayer to God. And when we do that, like for instance, this year, and I think the past 13 years, we've been working with our leader, Ndwedwe. That in ourselves, it's a commemoration again, because we get reminded when the founder of the church walked from Harrismith, coming down here in Ndwedwe, looking for the Holy Mountain of Inanda. So it's the repetition. This has been happening for the past 100 years. So that is a joyous moment for us as the members of the church.
Bamngwane, this year there will be elections. We are looking forward to elections, and most congregants are praying that these elections must be peaceful, as most of political parties are telling us that these elections are similar to the 1994 elections. What can you say to that?
Well, although we may not just endorse that is similar to 1994. I think to me it's very different, because in 1994 we were told that we're getting to the new democratic dispensation. We entrusted all our wishes to be free politically, economically, and also religiously. But we have not realized that for the past 30 years. So to us, I cannot say it's similar to 1994. This shall mean a new beginning in the entire country and the continent at large, where we are saying religious formations must come to the fore. All the intellectuals and even our traditional leaders must come to the fore and take the reign of this country, because we can see what had happened in 1994 did not satisfy us. In fact, we were misled, that I can say.
Bamngwane, we see that today what does umgido mean to the church?
Well, the sacred dance is part of a prayer. As you can see, I've been sweating. I've been part of the dance from 10 o'clock to now. Maybe we may be discharged or adjourned around about 1600 hours. We are involved in a prayer. We're praying for better life. We're praying for this country. We're praying for peace and stability. So that is what we do.
So as the leader of the church, you're also part of the leadership. Tell us more about the youth in the church, because we also understand that the youth, they are faced with many challenges, especially during this time, drug abuse, also crime, and the high rate of unemployment. We're also praying for that.
Well, indeed, we are praying, but I must also say that we as the Nazareth Baptist Church of Khenana, we are very much organized, even though the perception out there might tell you something else. Like for instance, within our organization as the church, we've got what is called Nabashu for Shembe. That is a youth formation within the church. It's a national, it's even beyond the borders of the country. We also have what we call the Nazareth Tertiary Students Association. That is a component of youth which is based in the universities. We are across all universities, even outside of the country, in Mozambique and Eswatini. So as we are here, maybe you will know, the most traditional practice in this church is that the teachings of this church are mostly spread by the word of mouth. It's from our grandparents to our parents to the generations to come. So youthfulness, people who are youthful are very important in this country, in this church, because that's where the future of the church is. And we are fighting. You see, this year I was very much impressed when we departed from Ebuhleni to realize that we had 20 medically qualified doctors who were assisting the pilgrims as we were working. So that is a big achievement to the leader of the church, because he has actually taught us to go to school, to be educated. So this church gradually is going to make a mark in this country, because we are very much organized. We've got adequate elite. We've got adequate future leaders of this country from this church. So we are not worried about youth. Our youth is ready. Our youth is capable. It's got no limits. And they're going to show the world.